What's up, guys? So let's see where we start with updates. The CBR 600RR is done. I picked up a CBR 600 F2, a 92, for 170 bucks. So that one's getting parted out. I've already sold like $400 worth of stuff off of it, and we're just getting started. So that's good news. And to stay with the Honda theme, I might be picking up a 929 next week. So we'll see how that goes. So the big news of the day is where I'm heading right now. I am heading down to AF1 Motorsports down in downtown. And AF1 Motorsports, for those of you who don't know, is kind of this small dealer that basically caters all of these odd little brands. I mean, not odd little brands, but like stuff that doesn't really qualify to have its own dealership. All of that goes to AF1. So they do all of the three major electric bikes, the Zero by Moto, and I forgot the other one. They do Aprilia, they do what is it, Piaggio or whatever, the scooters. They do all kinds of stuff like that, stuff that doesn't really belong at Woods Fun Center because it's either way too expensive or like European. So, but last week I talked about Zero coming out with a new FX, and for shits and giggles, I sent a corporate email saying I would love to come and test drive one. Surprise, surprise. The corporate guy actually put me in touch with AF1, who is their Austin dealership, and said, yeah, these guys will provide you with a test drive. And I was like, cool, okay. Unfortunately, when I talked to them, they said that Texas does not have enough public land and they don't see a market for an FX. I was like, seriously? Like, have you seen all the supermotos running around? And they're like, well, we don't have one. So I'm actually going to be test driving an SR, which is the sporty road-going one, but supposedly has 106 pound-feet of torque. So that should be interesting. So that's like a 1200 monster, you know, something like that. So I don't know if they're going to let me film during the test drive. I'm going to just do it, and if they say no, then I'll turn it off. But if they don't say anything, I'm filming and talking during the test drive. If not, it's like a 20-minute trip back, so I will be talking to you guys about that in a separate video either way. But I'm super duper excited. You know, like, I don't know if you guys watch, I'm sure everybody who watches my channel watches Chase on Two Wheels, and he's got that gig with Mountain Motorsports where he gets to go and review new bikes. And I mean, he's probably not going to watch this video, but if he does, I'm really disappointed in the direction those videos have gone. Like, some of the shit he says is just crap. Like, at least read the Wikipedia page on the bike you're about to test drive before you test drive it, because you just come off sounding like an ignorant asshole. And it's become basically like a 15-minute video of him going, oh my god, this 1000cc adventure bike is so fast. Well, you know shit, it's so fast. Like, you wouldn't hop on a Ducati Monster just because it's a V-twin and be like, oh, holy shit, this is so fast. And, you know, I mean, obviously. So, Chase, I think you really need to step up your game on that one. Your reviews are really lackluster, in my opinion. So, like, when I try to review bikes, I try to do a much better job than that. And I'm always open for feedback. If you guys want to see something different during my reviews, just leave a comment, let me know. So, the other thing I wanted to blabber on about as we go to AF1 is this whole Jeremy Clarkson bit. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm sure that he actually punched that producer. And yeah, it's kind of unreasonable to punch someone in the face because they forgot to make you a hot dinner. Even if you are, you know, a TV show host, star guy. But BBC, you're cutting your own throat, man. Like, nobody really gives a shit about any of your other programming, at least around the world. I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot of viewership for a lot of other programs in the UK. But BBC's primary export is Top Gear. There's no show that makes them more money in more markets than Top Gear. And even though all of the other Top Gears, except for maybe Australian Top Gear, is not bad, they all still only make money because the original Top Gear was tits. And I really hope that all three of them leave and start Top Gear 2.0 on Netflix or something. I think that would be absolutely phenomenal. But I think it's a huge loss, you know, and it comes right on the eve of, because Furious 7 comes out next week, and it just reminded me, it's like, the automotive community has just been under assault this last, like, year or so, because it's like, Paul Walker died, Top Gear's getting shut down. It's like, what's fucking happening? Why are we under attack? But, you know, I'm sure it will soldier on in one way or another, but, I mean, they're already backpedaling. BBC is already backpedaling, but what's his face? JC released his final column, because he was also a columnist for some other BBC thing. So he releases his final column, and the column was actually written before this whole fracas happened. And it was interesting because me and some other friends were discussing, you know, Top Gear versus like Motor Trend's Roadkill. I mean, obviously they're in two different categories, but one of the things that was in the column that I thought was very interesting is Jeremy Clarkson really built the foundation. He and that producer, Andy McWhatever, built the show, and they built it around a couple of key principles, and some of them might not be what you think. One of their biggest pillars for things that they wanted to do to differentiate is they have incredibly good cinematography. I'm sure if anybody's ever watched Top Gear, you've been like, damn, these films, even the films they like make themselves, are just excuse me, they're just super on point, right? Like they're studio grade amazing videos. And that was one of the key features, because they felt that none of the other automotive shows ever had cinematography that was on par with the quality of cars and stuff they were showing. So part of the reason they attributed to Top Gear's success was things like quality of cinematography, which you really wouldn't think about necessarily off the top of your head as being like one of the best things about Top Gear. But you know, after I read that column, I realized that they commercialized it in such a way that, you know, they made the best automotive TV show ever that I've seen. I think Roadkill is awesome, and the stuff that they do is totally bonkers and amazing, but you can't really compare that to Top Gear. So it'll be sad going forward. I don't know what's gonna happen really, and I really hope that BBC finds some sort of way to release the last 3 episodes. Hey, F1 baby. Let's see how this goes.
Later, that's my bike over there, man.
What's up?
Pretty awesome, man.
Thank you.
Power, huh?
Yeah, it's a 525, so she gets going.
Heck yeah. How fast does this go? 120 or so?
It's geared so that it probably tops her out somewhere around there.
Yeah, heck yeah.
But it gets there pretty quick.
Awesome, man. It's good to see you, man. God bless you and drive safe, Ken.
Yeah, man. Take it easy.
You too, my brother.
So anyway, big thank you to AF1 Motorsports for letting me test drive a DS and SR Zero bikes. Basically the conclusion was that the SR is fucking amazing and the DS is underpowered and less comfortable, so basically weak sauce in comparison. And the FX doesn't actually have a range of 70 miles, which is why they don't sell very many of them. So if you want to hear my full reviews on the SR and the DS, take a look online. I'll be posting those here in the coming weeks as well. Peace, guys.